Hi everyone, this is our video tutorial explaining the Year 6 SATS, which is the Key Stage 2. As you are aware, in the Key Stage 2, there's three sets of papers. The students need to complete the arithmetic paper, which is the paper 1, and two other reasoning papers, which we call paper 2 and paper 3. This is the new curriculum. Before, they have a set paper 1 and paper 2, or paper A and paper B. So now the old syllabus is already gone. Now according to the new syllabus, 3 papers each and every student who is sitting for the SATS paper need to be complied with the national curriculum. Today what we are going to do is the paper 2, which is the reasoning paper. Rather than me explaining each and every questions, I'm going to ask one of my student, he's Year 6, sitting for the SATS exam this year, to help me out for each and every question, which is very sensible and reasonable as how the 11-year-old will think when they are doing the SATS exam. Let's introduce my 11-year-old here.
Hello, I am Arthur and I'm in Year 6. I'm 11 years old and I'm doing my SATS this year.
Thank you, Adrian. So let's crack on to the first question. The first question is, here is a shape on a grid. Complete the design so that it is symmetrical about the mirror line. Use a ruler.
Oh, I know how to do this one. So the first line you see at the top is 3 squares. So you move that left 3 squares. And then there's a neck curve on the right of it down below. So you move that 1 square. And then move down 1 square again. 3 squares. And then you go right and up 2 squares.
Well done, Adrian. That is the image of the object they're given. So the idea here we are following is, whatever the distance on the right hand side, you need to match. So say for an example here, 3 distance has to be matched with the 3 distance on the left hand side. That is the technique Adrian used. So 3 squares and 3 squares. So the diagonal 1 has to be diagonal 1, and down 3, down 3. Then 2 and 2 has to be 2 and 2. So exactly, it looks like a butterfly. So you think about a butterfly. Butterfly has a line of symmetry through his body. It looks like a butterfly. That is our answer for the question number 1. Let's go to the question number 2. Stefan completes the calculation 95 take away 67 equal 28. Write an addition calculation he would use to check his answer.
Here we need to use reverse calculations.
Very good.
So you need to do 67 plus 28, and that should equal 95.
Well done. That is very quick, and you suss that out very quickly. So reverse operation for the subtraction is the addition. So you answer plus 1 of the bottom number here, 67, added together gives the 95. Very well done, Adrian. So let's go to the question number 3. On the number line below, mark the point that is 6.7 centimeter from A. Here, as a tablet was a computer, we can't do this one. All what you want to do is you need to measure with a ruler 6.7 centimeter from A. So I'm going to draw a line here, 6.7 centimeter, and you need to mark a cross or a point or something like that. So that is a question. We can't do it in actual paper, but we are giving a tip for you to take your ruler and measure 6.7 centimeter. Then you can do that one on your own. Question number 4. I will ask Adrian's help here. This diagram shows 3 equivalent fractions. Write missing values of this.
So the first fraction that they have given us is 3 over 4. So to make it from 3 to 9, you have to times 3. So you have to do the same with the denominator, which is 4. That equals 12. And the denominator on the third fraction is 24. And on the second fraction is 12. So you need to times by 2. So you'll also need to times the numerator by 2, which is 9. So that equals 18.
Wow, that is a nice explanation. I don't need to add any more thing. That is perfect answer for the question number 4. Let's move on to the question number 5. Here are the temperature in 4 cities at midnight and at midday. So the 4 cities given, all the temperatures are given. At midnight, how many degrees colder was Paris than Rome?
It says here at Paris, at midnight and Paris, it was -4 degrees Celsius, and at Rome, it was 3 degrees Celsius. You need to do 4 plus 3 equals 7 degrees, so it's a 7 degrees difference.
Very good, that is the answer is correct. I will add a small point here. -4 in a number line, -4 to 0 is 4 gaps, 0 to 3 is 3 gaps, so 4 plus 3 is 7 gaps is the difference between the midday at Paris and the Rome. Second question, which city was 6 degrees colder at midnight than at midnight?
At midday it was
So which city? So you need to know about the city. 6 degrees colder at midnight than at midday. So midnight and midday. So each and every city we are going to be calculate the answer. So -4 and -2. What is the difference?
2 degrees.
2 degrees, correct, Adran. What is difference between -13 and -7?
6 degrees.
And what is the difference between 3 and 10?
7 degrees.
And what is the difference between -6 and 2?
8 degrees.
So the answer is 6 degrees colder. So the answer is
Oslo.
That is the perfect answer, and Oslo is our correct answer for the question number 5. Question number 6. The numbers in this sequence decrease by the same amount each time. So all the numbers are given. What is the next number in the sequence?
The first number is 303,604, and the second number is 302,604. So you can see that there's a difference in the thousands value from 3 to 2, which equals -1,000, and because it has to be the same amount, it continues every time. So you need to do 300,604 minus 1,000, which equals 299,604.
Wow, wow, wow. That is excellent. I don't need to add any more explanation on that question. So let's move on to the question number 7. Tick the 2 numbers that are equivalent to quarter.
So 1/4, if you change the denominator to 100, you're gonna have to times by 25. So that equals 25 over 100, which is already an answer there. So you should go ahead and tick the third one. And 25 over 100 is also equivalent to 0.25. So you should also tick that one.
Perfect. Those are the 2 equivalent fractions for the 1/4. Well done, Adran. The question number 8. Ken buys 3 large boxes and 2 small boxes of chocolates. Each large box has 48 chocolates. Each small box has 24 chocolates. Large is 48 chocolates, small is 24 chocolates. How many chocolates did Ken buy altogether?
This question is just simply a multiplication and addition question. So first you need to do 48 times 3 equals 144, and then you need to do 2 times 24, which equals 48, and you need to do 48 plus 144, which equals 192.
Well done. So that is the answer for the question number 8. So it's a multiplication for 3 large boxes, so 48 in each chocolates in his box. So you times it by 3, so 144, and again times it by 2, you get the 48, and then at the end you need to add them together. That is the answer for question number 8. Question number 9. The list below shows the year in which the Cricket World Cup was held in 1992. Adam says the Cricket World Cup has been held every 4 years since 1992. Adam is not correct. They already given the answer is not correct. But you need to explain how.
So he says it's been held every 4 years. So 1992 to 1996 is 4 years, but 1996 to 1999 is only 3 years. So they have to be wrong.
Exactly. So the sequence is not jumping as a 4 years. So first one is 4, the second one is 3, and third one is 4, and fourth one is 4, then 4. Everything 4 apart from 3. So where we are in the space below, we are going to write something to the examiner. So we are going to say 1996 plus 3 years is 1999. But all other years are increased by 4, right? Therefore Adam is not correct. So that is perfect answer for the question number 9. Let's go to the question number 10. Greater, equal, less than. Write the correct symbol in each box to make the statement correct.
So first question is 11 times 12 and 15 times 10. So you need to find which one is bigger or if they're equal. So 15 times 10 is 150 and 12 times 11 is 121. So you need to put the greater than sign towards 15 times 10. The next one is 90 divided by 30 and 60 divided by 20. 90 divided by 30 is 3 and so is 60 divided by 20. So they are equal. The next one is 120 divided by 4 and 160 divided by 8. 120 divided by 4 is 30 and 160 divided by 8 is 20. So you need to put the greater than sign towards 120 divided by 4. And the last one is 30 times 8 and 100 times 10. 30 times 8 is 240 and 100 times 10 is 1000. So you need to put the greater than sign towards 100 times 10 because it is bigger.
Well done. That is a correct explanation for the question number 10. Question number 11. Here is a drawing of a 3D shapes. Complete the table. Number of faces, number of vertices, number of edges they are asking in a table. Let's ask Adran's help.
Let's start with the number of faces. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 faces on the sides and 1 on the top and 1 at the bottom. So that equals 6 faces. And then we have vertices. Vertices are basically just the points between every edge. So there's 4 at the top here and 4 at the bottom, which equals 8. And edges. Edges are basically the lines between each vertices. So there's 4 lines going up to the vertices at the top. And don't forget the 4 lines at the top as well, connecting that little square up there. And there's also another 4 at the bottom, connecting that square down there, which equals 12.
Well done, Adran. So I'm just drawing the final the lines of the edges. So 4 at the bottom, 4 on the top, and 4 sides all together is 12. Very well done. Nice explanation. So let's focus on the question number 12. Here is a shape on a grid. The shape is translated so that the point moves to 7, 8. So the A is moving to 7, 8. It's given 7, 8. Draw the shapes in its new position. So can you help me to do this one?
Translation is basically just moving the shape without actually moving it in like any way, just moving it up, down, left or right. So here it asks us to move point A to 7, 8. So the bottom one has to be 7, down the corridor, up the stairs, and then the one on the y-axis has to be 8, so 7, 8. And so you need to find the coordinates 3, 5, which it says there on the paper, and you need to find how many steps it takes to move it up to 7, 8, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 up and 4 right. So you need to do that with every other point there. Or another way is to count down from the A point that they've given us to see how many squares there are. So also do that way.
Very good. I will go for the second method, what Adrian said. So the second method is you need to find the point where it's translated to, which is 7, 8. And from that 7, 8, you're going to be redrawing that shape again. So for 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, which is the shape, and a 2. So you are basically redrawing the shape from that point considering. So 5, then corner, 5 up, then 2 left. So that is the answer for question number 12. So question number 13. Circle the improper fraction that is equivalent to 6, 7 upon 8. I'll let Adrian to help me on this.
So, so the 6 stands for 6 wholes, and 8 is the denominator, so it's 6 wholes of 8. So you need to do 8 times 6, which is 48, and then 48 plus 7 equals 55 over 8.
Very good. That is the answer for the question number 13. Question number 14.
So this is a fraction question. So I would recommend changing all the denominators to the same number. So you should try to do the LCM, the lowest common multiple possible, which is 20. So there's 2 denominators that are 5 here. You need to times them by 4 and also times the numerators by 4, which is 3 times 4 is 12 and 6 times 4 is 24. And also you need to do 4 times 5 is 20, so you need to do 3 times 5, which equals 15 over 20. So the smallest there is 3 over 5, and then 3 over 4, and then 6 over 5.
Well done. That is a nice explanation. When you're comparing fractions, you always go for a denominator has to be the same amount, and compare the numerator is going to be make the difference of your decision. So the smallest one is 3 upon 5, and arrange the other fractions. Let's move on to the question number 15, which is a box containing a trays of melons. There are 15 melons in a tray. So this tray has 15. So the second tray has a 15, and the third tray has the 15. There are 3 trays, and a supermarket sells 40 boxes of melon. How many melons does the supermarket sell?
So you need to do 15 times 3, which equals 45. So there are 45 melons in one box, and they have 40 boxes. So you need to do 45 times 40. I would recommend taking away the 0 and doing 45 times 4, which equals 180, and then just adding the 0 on later, which equals 1,800.
Well, very well done on the question number 15. That is the answer for question number 15. Question number 16. Adam wants to use a mental method to calculate 182 minus 97. He starts from 182. Here are some methods that Adam could use. The correct methods, they are asking you to tick the methods that are correct. I will ask Arthur to explain to me.
So you need to do 182 minus 97 just to check what the answer is, because it'll be easier to do the other sums first of all. So that is going to be 85. So then we need to do 182 add 3, which is the first of their methods, and minus 90, which is 95. That's not correct. So then you need to do 182 minus 100, which equals 82. Then add 3, 85, and that's the same answer we got earlier, so that's got to be correct. You need to do 182 minus 7, which equals 175. Then you need to minus 90, which equals 85. So that's also correct. So tick that box there. You need to do 182 minus 3, 107, which equals 179, minus 100, which equals 109. I'm 79, sorry. So that's not correct.
So the correct answers is second and third. Well done, Adran. That is the answer for the question number 16. So question number 17. There are 28 people in a class. The teacher has 8 liters of orange juice. She pours 225 milliliters of the orange juice for every single people. And how much orange juice is left over? I will ask Adran to help me.
So if the teacher has 8 liters, so we need to convert that to 8,000 milliliters. And then, so we have 225 milliliters for every pupil. So we need to do that times 28, which is 6,300, and so we need to do 8,000 minus 6,300, which equals 1,700 milliliters. Also 1.7 liters would also get you the 3 marks.
Very good. So you can either leave it as in milliliter or 1.7 liter. So question number 18. Last year Jacob went to 4 concerts. 3 of his tickets cost £5 each. The other tickets cost £7. Right? So what was the mean cost of the tickets? I ask my 11-year-old to explain this.
So the mean is all the price added together and then divided by the number of how many there are. So this you need to do, here you need to do 5 times 3, which equals 15.
So last year Jacob went to 4 concerts, 3 of this ticket 5 each. Yes, you are right. 3 times 5.
15. And then you need to add 7 to 15, which equals 22.
Very good.
And then you need to do 22 pounds divided by 4, which equals £5.50.
Very good. That is £5.50 is the average mean ticket. So I will add something. So mean here is mean means average. So add all the numbers and divide by how many of them they are. So here 3 tickets each £5 is £15 in total. 1 ticket costs 7, altogether 22, and then 22 divided by 4 tickets. That is the answer. Very well done. Question number 19. Laila wants to estimate the answer to this calculation. Tick the calculation below. This is the best estimate. Tick 1. So they warn you, don't tick everything. Don't tick 2, only 1. And also you can suss this out from a 1 mark question. There can't be 2 answers. I'll let Adran help me.
So it's the equation starts with 3 and 9 over 10, which would round to 4. To round, because it has to round up. Then the next one is 2 and 1 over 8. It has to round down to 2, and then then there's 1 and 4 over 5. So you need to round that to 2 again. So you need to look for an answer that says that, and luckily there is one.
Very good. Question number 20. The length of an alligator can be estimated by measuring the distance from its eyes to its nose. Oh, I don't know who is going to measure the alligator's length between eyes and the nose. So which is 17.5 centimeter here, and then multiply that distance by 12. Right? So what is the difference in the estimated lengths of these 2 alligators?
So a shortcut you can actually take for this question is that the difference between the eyes to the nose for each alligator is 17.5 and 15. So that's 2.5 centimeters. And if you times that by 12, that's how you can get the answer.
So 2 times 5 is 10. 5, so 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 2 is 2, add them up, 3, am I right? So 30. So 30 centimeter is the final answer. Very well done. Nice explanation. Or you can, the longer method is actually what you want to do is 17.5 times 12 and you get the answer, and 15 times 12 you get the answer, and you take away the both answer, you will get the 30. But loads of time spent on this calculation and more chances to you to make mistakes on the both multiplication. As Adharan said, like you need to subtract and get the answer 2.5 and then times it by 12, which is the quickest method to do. That is our question number 20. Question number 21. Amina is making design with two different shapes. She gives each shapes a value. The total value of this shape is 147. Total value of the other shape is 111. Calculate what is the value for each shape. So this hexagon and this sector, so this is the hexagon and this is the sector, what is the value? So how can we do this one, Audra?
So the only difference between the two shapes is that one has two hexagon and the other has one hexagon. They have the same amount of sectors. So you need to do 147 minus 111, which is 147 minus 11. 7 minus 1, 6, 4 minus 1, 3, and then 36. So one hexagon has to equal 36. And then you need to find out the sectors. So if one hexagon is 36, you need to do 36 minus 111, which is 75. And so you need to do 75 divided by 3, which is 25. So 25 is your answer.
Very well done. So 25 for the sector. So what you can do is, once you find out that sector is 25, you can substitute here 25, 25 and 25, and the hexagon is 36 and 36, and see whether the answer is coming. 36 is 72. 25 3 times is 75. If you add them up, 147 is coming here. Right, let's go to the question number 22. This is the net of a cube. What is the volume of the cube? Let's Adharan do this one, please.
So it says it's 20 centimeters and there's 4 squares there, and so you need to do 20 divided by 4, which equals 5. And because the cube, everything is the same number, the length, the height and the width, so you need to do 5 times 5 times 5, which equals 125.
Very well done. You know that your cube number. So 125 centimeter cube. So basically the idea behind this question is you need the side length of a cube, which can be find from 20 divided by 4, which is 5 centimeter. So 5 centimeter length of a cube means 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125 centimeter cube. Question number 23. The good news is this is the end of the question. Let's Adharan explain this one. The length of a day on Earth is 24 hours. The length of a day on a Mercury is 58 2/3 times the length of the Earth. What is the length of the day on the Mercury in hours, please?
So you need to do 58 times 24, which is quite a long multiplication. So you just put the 2/3 to the side. Just do 24 times 58, which is 4 times 8, 2, and then carry the 3. 2 times 8 is 16, and then you add the 3, 119.
Question number 23. The length of a day on Earth is 24 hours. The length of a day on a Mercury is 58 2/3 times the length of the day. What is the length of the day on the Mercury in hours? So I'll let Adharan to explain this one, please.
So you should start off by doing 58 times 24. Just throw the 2/3 to the side because we don't really need that yet. So Let's do 58 times 24. 8 times 4 equals 2, and then 5, then put the 3 above, and then 5 times 4, 20, then add the 3, 23, and then put a 0 there as a filler, and then you need to do 8 times 2 equals 6, and then put the 1 above. 5 times 2 equals 10, and then 10 plus 1 equals 11. So you need to add all that. It should equal up to 1392. And then, so also don't forget about the 2/3. It also asks for 2/3. So you just need to do 24 divided by 3, and then times by 2. And that should add up to 8 times 2, which equals 16. And then you need to do 1392 plus 16, 1408.
Very good. That is a nice explanation from Adran. I think like that is a good news. That is the last question of this paper 2, and I hope you like our video explanation for this paper. If you do like this explanation video, please give us a thumbs up. If you have any comments, and if you prefer to us to do some more papers, please comment us and write something in the comment. And if you do like our channel, please subscribe to our channel.
Thank you for the opportunity to be able to explain the SATS paper. For anyone else who's got SATS coming up, I hope you for good luck, and just remember to do well and always check your answers.
Thank you.